Hello everyone, this is Chris with Sticker Fab. I find myself going back and forth between portrait and landscape modes on these videos. Let me know what you like the best. The only reason why I would film in a portrait mode is because a lot of you guys are viewing our stuff on mobile. Today we have the Baja Designs LP6 rock guards, and I'm gonna put these topological map overlays on them. So I've done a lot of these installs on other covers, and the reason why I'm doing one specifically for this cover is because it has kind of some weird design elements. This front portion that we're covering up is really large and extends around the edges, and then they have these little design elements up here and down here as well. So I wanted to give you guys best practice, best technique to get this installed and looking good. All right, so let's go over all the important details. Make sure this surface is clean as you can get it. Don't spray anything that has wax on it. I know you wouldn't use Armor All on something on the outside, but basically you don't want to have any residue on this. You want it clean as possible. We just got this brand new cover, so I'm gonna say it's pretty clean. You can just see a few fingerprint marks on it. Make sure your hands are clean as well. You don't want to touch the adhesive on the back side of that and get it very dirty. You don't want to get little bits of sand or anything in between, or you'll see those little dents in there when you put that cover on. I'm going to keep around this felt tip squeegee to get the fluid out of the main portions. I also have a small screwdriver that'll come in handy later when we do these ultra small pieces right there. And then, of course, I am using Sticker Fab installation fluid as well. You can also use soapy water, like 1 drop of dish soap mixed with 1 cup of water if you don't have this, but this is the best formula, a real good blend between breaking up that initial tact when you put that vinyl down and having it be too soapy to where you can't dry it out, can't get it to stop sliding. I'm going to spray this main portion. Another technique I use is kind of spraying my hands and then nothing really transfers over to the back of the vinyl. Let me grab the vinyl here. Doing this installation in 75 to 85 degree weather or even inside is much better than doing it in weather that's too cold or too hot. If this is too warm in direct sunlight, this can stretch and it will stretch beyond the area you want to cover. So I've got that all sprayed. This installation is always trickier for me because I have the camera in between myself and what I'm trying to work with. So you just line this up. The installation fluid or soapy water will let you move it around. Once you find a position that you like, go ahead and take that felt tip squeegee. And you're using felt because this won't damage the vinyl even if you push down fairly hard. You don't want to use the plastic surface. You could scratch it. Even though we have over laminate on this, we don't want you guys touching the paint. We wouldn't think that would last very long. So we laminate pretty much every sticker on our site, even the cheapo ones, because UV sucks, abrasion sucks, everything sucks as far as what can damage the actual ink. So now I'm going to push my finger over the edge and push out all of that fluid. I used a lot on this install. You can kind of tell. I do have a 300 watt heat gun over there. You can buy that on our site. You can use a hair dryer, but that can speed up the drying process. My rule of thumb though is if you use that hair dryer heat gun and it's basically burning your finger to where it's too hot, then that's probably too much for the vinyl as well. You just want to use quick swipes of that, get everything nice and warm, get it to the fluid to evaporate. So that main portion is down. It's good to keep a microfiber around and dry all of that out. Let's go grab one real quick. You probably should have already had one around from when you were cleaning this off. We're probably going to come back and do a bunch of designs, some patriotic designs, some camo, multicam, urban camo, stuff like that. Try to get all of this fluid out. I can definitely go back and heat it up if I want to. But now let's play around with the smaller bits. I'm going to try and not spray in there because I know these smaller bits will not stick for a while if I do spray in there. So what I'm going to try to do is take that little screwdriver and put the vinyl on there. So this pattern really does carry through from the main portion to these portions. The spacing should be pretty appropriate. I'm going to gently place it on there. Okay, this might be a little too tricky. I'm going to go ahead and spray it. Put a little moisture in there. Use my finger to get it to stick. And then just press down, try to get that liquid out. And then move on to the next one. I'll show you a couple of these, and then it's just going to be basically repeating it for all the segments. I did want to note that this material is fairly forgiving. You might see a hair right there. It was under here, so I pulled this off. I sprayed it down and I kind of picked it out. But just be careful that you don't introduce more foreign object or debris under there when you do that. Press it all back down. Much better. Alright, so I am able to dry install some of these pieces. It's just really hard to do with the camera in between me and the product. Basically, put the screwdriver on one end and then align the opposite end. Hold your finger there and slowly remove that screwdriver. Push up as you get the alignment. Move your finger up, trap that piece, push it down, and then let go. It's not too hard. The longer strips are definitely easier than the smaller strips. Let me try to do this one. Get it in that corner, and then hold. And there you go. You can push the edges down just a little bit with that screwdriver. Then move on to the next piece. All right, everyone. This is the final product. This is what your installation should look like if you followed our installation. And all these contour lines do flow into these other areas. All the spacing is appropriate. For reference, this is race red. It's a Ford color. We matched it in the sun. If you guys want this, please visit our website at stickerfab.com. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already for the latest and greatest things we're coming out with. Also, hit that bell notification icon to be notified as soon as a video comes out.